Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Mexico City Diablos.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. We go. 360 or. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shoot.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Protein spill.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And the Colts first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch out. Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
Now Joe Mixon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Go now, 30 base. Under 10, under 10.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Switch. Begin.
This is Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
I'm letting you know right now, you better break.
2nd and 11. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Let's go. Tight end right. We got good. Go. Hey, let's go. Ready.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Oh, a little 360. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
On the set. 50 seconds left. I only got your left because I'm about to take you through.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Hey, look 3. Hey, Steve 6. On the ball. Give me 2 jet bombers. Check 99.
On second down, Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
Ready, ready. 57 Mike. Defense wins championship, baby. Hey, Alpha. 57. Mike, 57. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. That's right, baby. Go.
Now back to throw. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the double. 6-6. Pull it high. Time to go. Night-night. Check the backer. Check the backer. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Let him know. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right, and this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jacobs now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mixon. Oh, look at that. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
60 outlaw. Go.
Here's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll drop the throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Saunders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hey, Charlie.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Go. Check. Now.
He'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The first down pass. Incomplete on the deep ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, shoot.
They'll set up a throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete in the end zone. Malik Booker on the coverage.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. Scoop. 57's right.
Yeah. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Hey, box drop.
Looking to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
You don't want no problem from me.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready up. Watch 57. Check. Double tight, guys. Double tight. I love it. 3 out. Hey, Echo. 57, come on. Hit it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. That's going to be caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Again, it's Mixon. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 57 to Mike.
Alpha.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Ready?
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
I got one. Check safety.
Look, squeeze.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set. Shot at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play.
Ready. You draw Corcoran. Hey, Delta. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Zoo.
Back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And a huge play that time. 61 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Hey, exit. Now.
2nd and 3. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. On.
So they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Down. 90 Wolf. Greystone Travis.
On second down now, Mixon. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Here we go. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Check. Check hot right. Hot. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
At the 43-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Rip right. Switch.
Hit it.
Now they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Begin to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Mike's 57's Mike. We ain't giving. Hey, Mike 7. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Get your swerve on. Ready.
They're going to look to throw, and that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Hey, Charlie.
He's back to throw. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Look at me, zipper. Here we go. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Head up, 30 base. Get the ball.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Indianapolis, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.